So, you're itching for the open road, huh? The wind in your hair? The rumble of an engine beneath you? Buying a used motorcycle, especially your first one, can feel like navigating a minefield. There are a lot of things to consider, and you want to make sure you're getting a good deal on a bike that's safe and reliable. Today, we're going to break down the ultimate beginner's checklist for buying a used bike so you can ride away with confidence and avoid any headaches down the road. Let's dive in. Alright, first things first, let's talk about money. Before you even start browsing bikes, you gotta know what you can afford. I'm not just talking about the sticker price on the bike either. You've got gear, helmet, jacket, gloves, the works. That'll keep you safe on the road. Then there's insurance, registration, maybe even some sweet new duds to rock that biker look. And let's not forget about potential repairs. Trust me, it's better to have some cash set aside for those unexpected surprises than to be stuck with a broken bike and an empty wallet. Stick to your budget, and you'll be cruising with a smile on your face and money in your pocket. Now that you've got your budget sorted, it's time to dive into the exciting part. Finding your dream ride. But hold on, Speed Racer, before you fall head over heels for the first shiny chrome you see. Let's do a little research, shall we? You've got your sleek sport bikes built for speed, your rugged cruisers for cruising down the boulevard, your adventurous dual sports ready to tackle any terrain, and everything in between. Each make and model has its own personality, quirks, and, dare I say, baggage. Read reviews, scour forums, and watch videos. What are other riders saying about the bikes you're interested in? The more you know about a bike before you even lay eyes on it, the better equipped you'll be to spot any red flags and make an informed decision. Okay, so you found a bike that makes your heart skip a beat. It's the right color, the right style, and it fits your budget. But hold your horses, cowboy. Before you whip out your wallet, we need to do a little background check. The key to unlocking a bike's past is its VIN number, the vehicle identification number. With the VIN in hand, you can run a vehicle history report. These reports can tell you if the bike has been in any accidents, had any major repairs, or even if it's been stolen. Now, if the seller is hesitant to give you the VIN, or if the report throws up any red flags, that's your cue to walk away. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the world of used motorcycles, a little bit of knowledge can save you a whole lot of heartache and money down the road. Alright, you've found a bike with a clean history report and you're itching to throw a leg over it. But before you fire up that engine, let's give it the once-over, shall we? A thorough visual inspection is crucial. Start with the exterior. Pay close attention to the frame. It's the backbone of the motorcycle and must be solid. Look for any cracks, bends, or welds that don't look factory. Move on to the bodywork. Check for any dents, scratches, or rust. Examine the paint. Is it faded or chipped in certain areas? Ensure all lights are functioning properly, including headlights, taillights, turn signals, and brake lights. Check the tires. Are they worn evenly? Do they have enough tread? Cracked or dry-rotted tires are a recipe for disaster, so make sure they're in good shape. Minor blemishes are expected on a used bike, but major damage could indicate a previous crash or neglect. Alright, gearheads, it's time to get our hands dirty. We're moving on to the heart of the beast, the engine. First things first, let's talk about oil. Oil is the lifeblood of an engine, so it's important to check its condition and level. Locate the dipstick, pull it out, wipe it clean, reinsert it fully, and then pull it out again. The oil level should be between the two marks on the dipstick. Fresh oil should be a clear amber color. If it's dark, gritty, or smells burnt, it could be a sign that the engine hasn't been properly maintained. While you're at it, check for any leaks around the engine and transmission. Next, let's fire up the engine and listen carefully. A healthy engine should start easily and idle smoothly without any strange noises. Listen for any knocking, ticking, or grinding sounds. Those are all signs that something might be wrong. If you hear any of those noises, it's best to have a mechanic check it out before you buy. Alright, we're getting close to hitting the open road, but before we do, we need to make sure this bike can handle like a dream, and that means checking the suspension and brakes. Think of the suspension as the bike's shock absorbers. It's what keeps the tires in contact with the road and ensures a smooth ride. To test the front suspension, grab the handlebars and push down firmly on the forks. You should feel some resistance, and the forks should rebound smoothly. For the rear suspension, sit on the bike and bounce up and down. Again, you're looking for smooth movement and resistance. Now, let's talk brakes. These are arguably the most important safety feature on your motorcycle, so you want to make sure they're in tip-top shape. Start by inspecting the brake pads. They should have plenty of material left on them. If they look thin or worn down, they'll need to be replaced soon. Next, check the brake fluid levels. The reservoirs are usually located on the handlebars and should have a clear window so you can see the fluid level. If the fluid is low or dirty, it's time for a flush and refill. Finally, take the bike for a spin and test the brakes. They should engage smoothly and progressively without any pulling or grabbing. If the brakes feel spongy or unresponsive, it could be a sign of air in the lines, which will need to be bled out. We've inspected every nook and cranny, checked the history, and given the engine a listen. Now it's time for the main event, the test ride. This is where you really get to know the bike and see if it's the right fit for you. Before you hit the road, make sure you're geared up. Helmet, jacket, gloves, the works. Safety first, always. Alright, now that you're all suited up, let's talk about what to look for during your test ride. First and foremost, pay attention to how the bike feels. Does it feel comfortable? Can you reach the handlebars and foot controls easily? Next, focus on the engine. Does it accelerate smoothly? Does it shift gears easily? Listen for any unusual noises or vibrations. Pay close attention to the brakes. Do they feel responsive? Do they stop the bike quickly and in a controlled manner? Don't be afraid to take the bike on different types of roads. See how it handles in traffic, on the highway, and on some twisty back roads. The more you ride it, the better feel you'll get for its personality. Okay, you found the one. The bike that speaks to your soul, the one you can see yourself riding off into the sunset. Now comes the final hurdle, negotiating the price. Remember, this is a negotiation, not a battle. The goal is to reach a fair price that both you and the seller are happy with. Before you start haggling, do your research. Check online marketplaces, classified ads, and dealerships to see what similar bikes are selling for in your area. This will give you a good baseline for negotiations. When you're ready to talk numbers, be polite but firm. Start by offering a price that's slightly lower than what you're willing to pay. Be prepared to walk away if the seller isn't budging. Sometimes, the best deals are made when you're willing to walk away. If you've done your research and you're confident in your offer, stick to your guns. The right bike will come along at the right price. And remember, buying a used motorcycle is all about finding that perfect balance between getting a good deal and getting a bike that's safe and reliable. And there you have it, your complete guide to buying a used motorcycle. I hope this checklist gives you the confidence to find your dream ride without any unnecessary stress. Remember, buying a motorcycle is an investment, so take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And most importantly, once you've found the perfect bike, get out there and enjoy the open road. Ride safe, and we'll see you next time.